man, I've been up since like 4:30. We couldn't sleep. Still getting the boat ready. Steve and I went to bed late as hell trying to get the boat together and find out. Had to take the alternator off the engine last night. First thing this morning, as soon as we got into town, take the alternator in, have it rebuilt. It's not charging our batteries. So on top of that, trying to get our bimini built back up. So the boat's not in perfect shape right now, but people here, we're going through the canal here tomorrow.
What are we doing, man?
Recharging homeboy's car to get on the highway, go pick up our crew.
Tell us about that, man. You excited?
Hell yeah. Have a conversation with my friends from the States. Dang. That's pretty neat.
How neat is that? So up until this point, it had really only been Taylor and I for about a month. And a lot of that was at sea with no other faces to even look upon. So when we went to the airport to pick up Glenn, Amy, and Oliver, we were both pretty excited. It was kind of like our Christmas.
Hey, there he is. Went for the real thing, brother.
After picking up the crew, we spent that first night in Panama City, and then we had to take a series of transportations to get back to Shelter Bay Marina, which is in Cologne. It's about an hour and a half, 2-hour bus ride. Then we had to take a series of taxis, a ferry, but it was fun, you know, and along the way we got to re-provision, grab some snacks. And do some restocking for the canal crossing, and for the few days after that we're at Balboa. Let's spend some money. Most important. $9? Worth it.
Que trate de hacer su vida con otra, porque tú ya estás conmigo y que nos deje tranquilos vivir.
Escaparme la cabeza si se cree que yo volveré con él alguna vez, pues la puerta de mi alma y de mi corazón para él ya está.
It's a little toasty down there. Check it out.
The old lady.
Well, you know, it's always different, like when you see it on video first and then you come in, like, I don't know. Obviously the camera makes it look a lot larger, even with like the tiny bathroom. But like, no,
As
yeah, like you
Taylor's
guys have
like-
been really roughing it.
We haven't really been in the boat during a big rainstorm since
Yeah.
we've epoxied all this.
I gotcha.
It was less last time that we were in it, and
Okay.
we drilled these holes and done the first sort of like batch.
Did you do this in Honduras?
No, we did this
Here?
3 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
But
here.
you gone well after that
We
time.
finally had a sunny day. We were just like, Taylor and I
gotta
went
do this.
ballistic.
You gotta
Yeah.
go busy on a sunny day.
Yeah, we got
Gotcha.
very
Yeah.
ambitious. Didn't finish all of it before the rain came, but you know,
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
I got nothing but bad things to say about that company.
The ones from the engine.
I'm not sure what you mean.
All right, so we had a little adventure getting back to the boat. It was really cool getting the crew finally together, everybody off the airplanes, and you know, it was just a testament to what kind of friends you surround yourself with. And we got to the boat and immediately started getting to work. They started helping us with every little thing that we needed to do to get the boat ready. We needed it for sure.
We gotta get this rubber out of there.
We worked well into the night. Got it ready to go the next morning. We took off and went through the canal, you know, one of the biggest legs of our journey. We couldn't have asked for a better team to come together that night. This is an impound.
Where you trying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked them if they got any stews that could come work for us.
Yeah. We need a third stew. You got any third stews you want to head our way? Yeah.
Shelter Bay Marina, Gran Sabana.
Cristobal signal. This is sailing vessel Old Lady. We are heading to the flats right now.
Roger, Old Lady, you may keep proceeding to the flat.
Old Lady copies out. You hear him call us on the radio? Old Lady.
I like her voice.
They all say, Old Lady. What's the reason we're chilling out here? We're waiting on the pilot advisor for the canal to jump on one of these little boats and then step on board with us. He'll go through the first set of locks with us, and then we'll drop them off. Well, the boat will come pick them up. We'll get through this locks, and then a different pilot will come back the next morning and go with us across the lake to the second set of locks. While we're in the flats, we can go ahead and talk about some things. This first part, it looks like we're going to be wrapped up next to this boat and another sailboat. Things that we saw last time that could have gone badly were tying overhand knots on the lifelines. They'll get stuck and then you can't untie them. And that one almost ripped all the lifelines and stanchions out of the last boat we're in. And then we've got to really look out for the larger container ships or the tugboats like to slam on the throttle whenever they're exiting our lock and going into the next lock. The current that comes off of their screw will push our keel and spin us like a top. So if we're close to the wall on one side, there's a lot of boats in there. Probably Eric or Steven, whoever sees it first, will run with the fender and put it between us and the wall so we don't crash the boat. Other than that, there's no way to really make a plan what's going to happen because it's different in every lock you go into. So we'll look for the advisor to coordinate with the other boats, the pilot. And he'll let us know how we're going to tie up next to the boat or if we're the only one in the lock, which we're not because these guys are coming with us. And it's different every time, so we'll just adjust once we get in there. If somebody does get hurt, I'm going to stay at the helm until Glenn comes and grabs the helm with me. And if Glenn gets injured, Steve-O is going to grab the helm. And Amy, you get on the radios and tell people call 112. That's the radio station they monitor what's going on if it's bad enough. And then I'll run down and get the paramedic kit and start working on you. Bienvenidos a bordo.
Muchas gracias. Buenas tardes. Moisés, nice to meet you. ¿Qué tal?
Nice jump.
Moisés, nice to meet you. ¿Qué tal?
Taylor.
Glenn.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Steven.
Steven. Okay.
Moisés. Nice to meet you. Ok, todo suyo, señor. Hi. I'm Moisés. Nice to meet you, Amy. First time in Panama Canal?
No.
Our second time, but everyone else first.
Okay, that's good. It's my second time too. We want to have two tugs locking up with us behind of the vessel. And behind of the tugs, we want to have
Discovery.
the Discovery's catamaran passenger. Yeah?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, that discovery will go to the wall, and those guys, the sailboat, the bigger one, will go alongside the discovery, and we're gonna be alongside those guys.
You may start heading that way.
Yes, please.
First theory of the night. We have 2 pilots aboard. Curveball, didn't expect it. We're a very small sailboat, but of course, we have the guy in training. My theory is the guy with the hat is the one who is in training because the other guy continues to correct him. So, should be fun. Can't wait.
So, when you're going through the Panama Canal, one of the requirements, besides having 4 line handlers and a pilot on board, is you have to feed the whole crew. And if you don't feed them specific, for instance, on this first crossing, you need to have a hot dinner, and then tomorrow we need to have a hot breakfast and a optional hot, could be cold lunch. So if you don't do that, you get fined. So right now I'm preparing the meal for tonight. There are going to be 7 people. It's the most we've ever cooked for on this boat, times 2.5. And it's going to be a chickpea salad. I do cook, so it's not a cold salad. But we're doing that because it's cheap, it's easy, and it tastes decent.
You make one? Yeah, I got him.
Not very light, just making sure you saw it.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts, feelings, fears in regards to Animal Crossing?
The fear of the unknown. Yeah, that's usually always my fear. I think it's going to be very reactionary, so just being quick on your feet. That's what I'm envisioning. No matter what anyone says or tries to prep you, something's going to come up unexpectedly. So, you don't know what you don't know, and that's what we're walking into right now.
Our bow line will be at the middle creek. Okay. They are ready for us.
Alright guys, we're going in.
Okay, slow down please, reverse.
One's on. Yeah, I've got your line. I've got your line. All yours. Okay, thank you. Oh, hold on. Wait.
Ready? Your hand line is ready, yeah.
Lockmaster hand lines is secure.
When we disconnect, we're just going to sit over here on the right side.
We're going to be in the wall pretty much.
We've got pretty big fenders, be good to go.
So we're going to be, whenever we go through, they're going to go through, everybody's going to disconnect. Then we're going to come forward and feed pretty much into the wall. So
Do you know which goes first? Do they go first because they're the biggest?
we're all going to disconnect and we're going to come over and they're going to come off. Once they are off, that ship's going to go forward. And we're all going to raft up the same way we did just now.
So in those first set of locks, we actually rafted up alongside a sailboat that's run by active duty British military. And that was just such a cool coincidence. You know, they recognized the Mission 22 flag. They knew all about it. They loved what we were doing and how we were bringing awareness to veterans returning home and the programs that should be out there to help veterans kind of reassimilate to civilian life. And that's exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, exactly. That was an instant connection. The funny thing about this whole situation is their whole military, we come to find out, is required every year to send 1/3 of their unit, no matter what unit you're in, to go on these expeditions, whether it be sailing or hiking. They take care of their guys, both mentally and physically, and they recognize there's a problem. And they've done something about it and instilled this program in the military itself. So the big question is, why the hell isn't our military doing the same thing?
How we doing, Captain?
We're about to do something very dangerous. Got 2, 4, 5 big boats in here. They're gonna put out a lot of current. We're gonna need to go to the other side of the wall, untie as they all get out of here. So all that current's gonna be coming back right at us, spinning our keel. So try my best not to put her into the wall. We'll see what happens. You know, there's only so much we can do when a tug's going full throttle in front of you. A little nervous, but we got a good crew.
Okay, be careful with the wall, okay, guys? You got it. Have a lot of strong guys here. Excellent.
That guy is an asshole.
No shit. This is clearly a no-wake zone, right?
The other end.
Yeah.
Look at these guys.
That's awesome.
These trains right here, they pull big boats, so they connect lines to the big Panamax container ships.
Go down. Sácale el agua, sácale el agua. Vámonos.
Let Joe string there.
Ahora lo más que pueda ir, okay?
Damn. 25,000 French, and that was only the ones they recorded.
Yes. That's the guys they didn't care about.
And then 5,000 Americans. That's how many people died.
She's been running
Since ever since.
strong. Since ever since.
Runs on blue.
24/7.
24/7, 360.
It's pretty cool.
I'm freaking.
What's even cooler is we're standing on the old
Came way off
lady.
the side.
She's still afloat?
She's still floating in here.
Great.
Line one slacked.
Okay, pick it up.
Good night.
I'll see you in the movie point now. Later. Have a nice one. Thank you.
Line's clear.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
That's it, man. Home stretch. What? Right now.
All right. So I've been a captain for several years. I've sank several boats. I've ran boats for the Coast Guard. I met this guy. He taught me how to sail. And when he got his license, I wanted to celebrate properly. And so now he's already gotten his license and started to sail around South America. So he's starting it off correctly. But officially, this started back, what, 6 months ago? When did you get your license? 5 months ago? All right, but it's official now. The lawful holder of this credential, Taylor Allen Greger, as endorsed below, entitled under Title 46, U.S. code to serve in a capacity or capacities specified as subject to any limitation indicated. He's an OUPV operator, ordinary seaman, a wiper, and a steward's department. So this means you can legally now run boats for commercial hire. Congratulations, Captain.
All right.
All right.
Boom, 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 boom.
You get to keep that now.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
All right. How do you know Stephen and Taylor?
I know Stephen and Taylor through our high school varsity swim team about 8 years ago.
Yes, the question I may ask also, how do you feel about the mission and you know, skeleton crew and all that stuff, and what they've been doing so far the last 2 months?
For the first 2 months, I only really had, you know, Facebook posts and video posts to really understand what was going on. It's been a rough ride, but they've been doing so amazing, and they're still here. The boat's still around, so
it's always a plus.
Yeah, boat's still floating. Yeah, so the mission continues.
Has your Panamanian adventure lived up to what you have expected?
I mean, I saw monkeys, so that was all I realized.
Yes!
So, I didn't realize that I would be at any point part of the journey. I knew that I was kind of more just available to be anything from a consulting capacity. I didn't think I'd ever be on the boat with the guys. I really find that it's a amazing journey and process that they're going through and for the sake of the mission. And it's a very systematic way of going about things. Like you were saying earlier to me today, it was just like, it's just constant work. You're always working on the boat, fixing things, making sure it's always ready for the next part of the voyage. You know, you have to just sort of be on point the whole time. I can see how it can get mentally taxing as well as physically taxing. It seems like a hard type of lifestyle, but it also seems like a very rewarding one, especially just the amazing places you go. Even the brief amount of people I've seen, like, you know, in the marina. Like if you need like some supplies, like people are like willing to share. It's just kind of this really nice community all put together.
Something that Stephen always says, and I think it stands true to this day, is always like, sailing is cool because you have the lowest lows you'll ever experience.
Yeah.
But with that comes the highest highs that nobody can ever take away from you, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's cool to hear somebody from the outside say that. We're not crazy, dude.
You're still crazy.
That's how we justify the lows.
Then highest high was everything we went through, and now we're sitting on the old lady with you guys on Lake Gatun. You know, there's so much history here. I mean, this is going to be my next one. I said it before we even left. Panama Canal would be one of my top ones. Now we're sitting here doing it.